MLS who joined NTPP earlier this year demand an apology from NPCC President K. Tirey for making allegations that they were paid rupees 2.50 crore each to join the ruling party. The group also warns Tirey of taking legal actions if he is unable to back up his assertions and defamatory charges made against them. Minister for Agriculture G. Kaito Aye calls upon the officers and staff of the Agri and Allied Department to address the needs of the farmers. While attending the State Agriculture Officers Coordination meeting at Kohima Capital Convention Center, Kaito Aye stressed on the awareness of the technology advancement usage for farming in the state. Altogether, 20 teachers from the state chosen for the State Level Teachers Award 2022 to be awarded on the occasion of Teachers' Day. The selected ones are to be awarded on the occasion and will be individually informed by the Directorate of School Education. The state-level felicitation program for top 50 meritorious students of HSLC examination 2021 and 2022 conducted by Nagaland Board of School Education to be held on 5th September at Capital Cultural Hall in Kohima. The students eligible for the Chief Minister's Meritorious Scholarship Fellowship also to be felicitated in the program. In a significant achievement for Indian defence system, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday commissions the first indigenously designed and built aircraft carrier INS Vikrant into Indian Navy. Prime Minister Modi also unveils the new Naval ensign Nishan during the commissioning of the aircraft carrier in Kochi. Good evening, viewers. Well, you are watching English Primetime News. This is Sasan. Now let's look into details. The Naga People's Front MLAs who merged with the Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party in April have demanded an apology from the Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee President K. Tirey for the defamatory charges made against them. According to Tirey, the 21 NPF MLAs who had amalgamated with the NDPP allegedly received rupees 2.50 crores, which had been taken out of the MGNREGA budget, which was intended for village development projects. It is to be mentioned that after Tirey's allegation, without any proof of the MLAs are ready if the NPCC president audits the system and government agencies, and they have no claims about exposing corrupt behavior. The MLAs requested the president of the NPCC to make an apology on the same forum that he had used to level the false accusations and wanted Tirey to put the subject to rest once and for all in a true gentleman's spirit, or else they would be constrained to initiate defamatory proceedings in the court of law, and all the legal and financial actions will be taken upon him. The Lok Jan Shakti Party, a unit of Nagaland, condemned the death of late E. Henry Pom on Thursday, who was in the custody of the Assam police, and termed the incident as a heinous crime. The party stated the act as inhuman act which is intolerable and unacceptable, and further urged the competent authorities to take quick action by giving stringent punishment to the culprit as per law. The Agriculture Officers Coordination meeting was held at Capital Convention Center, New Secretariat, Kohima on Friday. Minister for Agriculture G. Kaito Aye graced in as the special guest of honor. Addressing the agriculture officers, Kaito called upon the officers and staffs of the Agri and Allied Department to address to the needs of the farmers and to give them awareness of the technology advancement usage for farming in the state. He said there are many schemes floating with Nagas, but the farming system is not favorable to our traditional way of farming. He also urged the officers to visit the fields, interact with the progressive farmers about their difficulties, to motivate and educate the farmers about the new technology system of farming, to encourage the community to adopt cluster system of farming, and to change traditional system of farming to commercial for sustainable life. Furthermore, IAF stressed on the need to identify the bogus beneficiaries of PM Krishi Sinchaye Yojana schemes meant for the farmers and to spread awareness to the farmers to avail the KCC loan, which is interest-free loan. Meanwhile, Agriculture Production Commissioner Y. Kekitosema said that the department should address the farmers to grow crops as per the demands of the market for sustainability in the farming community, and also urge upon all the officers and staff of the department to be present in their respective posting.
Agriculture officers and the field workers and the workers working under the Directorate of Agriculture. We are lucky. The Prime Minister of India is focusing everything to farmers' prospect. If the nation is to be very strong, the best should be very strong. And that's why the farming communities are being addressed time and again. It's only special time and his focus in his political career is always towards farming community. And that's what we are happy. The farmers' need and the farmers' requirement is to be addressed, but there are many schemes floated with us, but the system today in the changing scenario, the system is a little bit
National People's Party Nagaland State observed NPP's 10th Foundation Day on Thursday, which also coincided with the 75th anniversary of party's founder, led Puno Agitok Sangma. NPP Nagaland State informed that NPP Dimapur District Party was also inaugurated by NPP Nagaland State President Dr. Andrew Ahoto Sema. Dr. Andrew called upon party workers to emulate the life of late P.S. Sangma, who had dedicated his whole life for the betterment of the people and the society. President Dr. Andrew said that the occasion of 10th Foundation Day of NPP was an epoch-making one, and it would serve as an important milestone for carrying forward the vision and mission that late P.S. Sangma had envisioned for the party. He also congratulated the Dimapur District Union on persevering for excellence and for settling up the party office in record time. For the State Level Teachers Award 2022, 20 teachers have been selected to be awarded on the occasion of Teachers' Day. It has been reported that the teachers will be individually informed by the Directorate of School Education. Meanwhile, Minister Tumchan Imna Alung congratulated the teachers selected for the State Level Teachers Award 2022. He further wrote that their hard work and sacrifices in molding the future of Nagaland is commendable and hoped to continue their good work for the betterment of the society. A felicitation program will be held on 5th September at Capital Cultural Hall in PR Hill, Kohima for the top 50 meritorious students of HSLC examination of 2021 and 2022 conducted by Nagaland Board of School Education. The 50 students who are eligible for the Chief Minister's Meritorious Scholarship Fellowship as per the guidelines given by the government will be felicitated in the program. The students have been asked to come to the function in the present school uniform along with one parent by 9:15 a.m. The list of the eligible students is made available in the board website. The World Bank team made a courtesy call to the Chief Minister of Nagaland, Nltv, on the final day of the technical mission on their field visits to Overpopulation, Naga Integrated Settled Farming and Zoomfield in the Tsiminu area. The World Bank officials admired the traditional knowledge and practices of Overpopulation since they were distinctive and it can be imitated as one of the best practices. Further, the team appreciated the quick response of the State Core and Technical Team, which was led by the Agriculture Production Commissioner Y. Kiketo Sema. In response to the team's findings, the Chief Minister gave the bank executives advice on how to help create a sustainable design and how to strategically plan the implementation process by utilizing a suitable holistic landscape approach. The month-long Prime Minister's overarching scheme for holistic nutrition Poshan Ma 2022, which aims to combat the issue of malnutrition in a mission mode, was introduced in Kohima and parent districts under the chairmanship of Deputy Commissioner Kohima, Shanavasi, at the conference hall of DC Kohima office on Thursday. The nation will commemorate Poshan Abhiyan from September 1 to 30 as the government of India's main initiative is to improve nutritional outcomes for children under the age of 6, pregnant women and nursing mothers. The goal of Poshan Abhiyan this year is to start Poshan Ma with a particular emphasis on Mahila or Swasthya and Bacha or Shiksha. The country will witness intensive activities for awareness about nutrition in order to realize the vision of Swasth Bharat. Deputy Commissioner of Mokokchung, Shashank Pratap Singh, inspected Dikhu Baili Bridge on 31st August, which is situated at 12 km from National Highway 202 Mokokchung to Ensang Road. SP of Mokokchung, ADC of Longkim and other officials were included in the inspection team. After inspection, the team decided to allow only light motor vehicles and passenger-carrying vehicles to ply through the bridge due to poor condition of the bridge. All the goods-carrying vehicles are to be diverted through Longmisa village, Mokokchung to Thronger village, Twensang, till further arrangements are met. Jaluki Battalion of Assam Rifles organized provision for essential commodities to orphanage home at parent town on Friday. Assam Rifles extended assistance to orphans by gifting essential commodities. In the orphanage, 27 children were benefited from this initiative taken by Jaluki Battalion of Assam Rifles. Life is a journey, enjoy the trip, food is life, never skip your meal. With these phrases, the Nagaland Minister of Higher Education and Tribal Affairs, Temchen Imna Alung, shared a picture of a thali in Twitter, which he was served while traveling from Assam to Dimapur on Wednesday. Temchen thanked the railways for the delicious supper they had provided and also thanked the railways minister, Ashwini Vaishnav, and the Ministry of Railways. Dimapur Archery Association congratulated all the archers from Dimapur district for bringing laurel to Dimapur district and particularly to Dimapur Archery Association of Dimapur by winning 7 medals at the recently concluded 2nd Nagaland Olympic and Paralympic Games 2022. Medals winners in archery from Dimapur district are namely Imchayangar Au, Nikesa Sakre, Polozo Demo, Sisa Kulu Lohe and Sasivolu Ninu. They grabbed 4 silvers and 3 bronze medals in archery. The Archery Association Dimapur thanked President of Dimapur District Sports Council cum Deputy Commissioner of the district Sachin Jaiswal, Sports Officer Tepfulenzo No Tetso, Deputy Chief Otoka Yepto and Team Manager Kalol Dey for their constant support and all necessary requirements extended to Dimapur Archery Association during the event. The Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, commissioned the INS Vikrant, India's first aircraft carrier, on Friday, which is both designed and built domestically. The carrier, which cost Rs 20,000 crore to build, was commissioned at an event held at the Cochin Shipyard Limited in Kochi, and the ship has now formally joined the Indian Navy fleet. During the event, Prime Minister Modi unveiled the new Naval ensign, Nishan, and the Vice Chief of Indian Navy, S.N. Gonmate, had earlier stated that the new insignia will be benefiting the rich Indian maritime heritage. According to Modi Vikrant, it is just not a warship, but it is an evidence of the hard work, talent, impact and commitment of India of 21st century. It is to be mentioned that Vikrant has been built with state-of-the-art automatic features and it is the largest ship ever built in the maritime history of India.
भारत के बुलंद होते हौसलों की हुंकार है। आजादी के आंदोलन में हमारे स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों ने जिस सक्षम, समर्थ और शक्तिशाली भारत का सपना देखा था, उसी एक सशक्त तस्वीर आज हम यहां देख रहे हैं। विक्रांत विशाल है, विराट है, विहंगम है। विक्रांत विशिष्ट है, विक्रांत विशेष भी है। विक्रांत केवल एक युद्धपोत नहीं है, ये 21
The first ever Kohima District Futsal Championships kicked off on Friday at El Vilo Fiva PRO Turf PA to the Advisor of Urban Development and Municipal Affairs. Atu Puro graced the event as the chief guest. During the inaugural ceremony, Puro encouraged the players to be dedicated, hardworking and focused. 9 teams are competing for the Day 2 championship after the league matches staged. 8 teams advanced to the quarterfinals. Qualified teams are Lochale FC, Amigos FC, Sechuzubza FC, Sechuzubza FC Youth, A Yome FC FCA, A Yome FC B, Sasi VFC Jotsoma and Circle FC. The winner of the championship will represent the district for the upcoming Nagaland Futsal Championship. The winner will also walk away with a cash prize of rupees 30,000 along with trophy, certificates and citation. The runner-up team will receive rupees 20,000 along with certificates and citation. Quarter-final matches to be played from 11:30 a.m. on Saturday. The matches will be decided from a 30-minute match each. For 6 matches that were played on Friday, the man of the match prizes were awarded to Kevizake Seisotsu of Circle FC, Kevi Sanyu Fiseye from Sasivi FC, None Metoze from Lochale FC, Ratove from Team Mots, Mashikoto of Lochale FC and Shurhozul Zoto playing for Sechu Zipsa FC. The championship will conclude on Saturday. Meanwhile, the closing ceremony will be graced by the president of the Angami Sports Association, Lobezo Mary Kesiye. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman faced opposition from the Congress in Kamareddy, Telangana on Friday. The Congress workers came in front of her convoy and tried to block the road. However, the police hurriedly separated the workers, after which Sitharaman's convoy was dispatched. The police have detained some Congress workers in this case. After this protest by Congress workers, BJP supporters also came out on the road and raised slogans in support of the finance minister. The Supreme Court granted interim bail to activist Titsa Sitalvad on Friday. She was arrested in a case for allegedly fabricating documents to frame innocent people in the 2002 Gujarat riots cases. The apex court directed Sitalvad to surrender her passport till the matter is considered by the High Court. A bench comprising Chief Justice Uday Umesh Lalit and Justices S. Ravindra Bhatt and Sudhanshu Dhulia has asked her to render complete cooperation in the pending investigation. The top court also said that it has considered the matter only from the standpoint of interim bail, and Gujarat High Court shall decide Sitalvad's bail plea independently and uninfluenced by any observations made by Supreme Court. Earlier, a session court at Ahmedabad on July 30 rejected the bail applications of Sitalvad and former DGP R.B. Srikumar in the case. Sitalvad and Srikumar both arrested in June and lodged in Sabarmati Central Jail. She went to the Gujarat High Court on August 3 to appeal bail. A petition for regular bail and quashing of the FIR will continue to be in the High Court. As the chief priest of Murugmut, Shivamurti Muruga Saranaru was accused of sexually harassing of 2 minor girls studying in the Montessori school. The district session court sent the chief priest to police custody for 4 days till September 5. Earlier, Sharanaru was arrested by the police on Thursday to Chitradurga district jail, and after his arrest, he was shifted to a district hospital after complaining of chest pain, and later from the hospital, he was taken to the district sessions court. The Supreme Court issued a notice on Friday regarding a petition to the central government seeking direction to the centre to frame rules, regulations and guidelines to effectively alleviate the problem of overpopulation. The petition, which was filed by Danti Swami Ditendranath Saraswati, General Secretary of Akhil Bharatiya Sant Samiti, stated that as population is increasing day by day, the natural resources are getting limited and it cannot sustain the ever-increasing population. It is to be mentioned that Justice K.M. Joseph and Rishikesh Roy sought a response from the government and also tagged the matter along with similar pending pleas. Former Indian footballer Kalyan Chaubey elected as the new president of All India Football Federation. Chaubey defeated Baichung Bhutia in the two-horse race in AIFF presidential elections. The voting took place on Friday at New Delhi. Chaubey defeated former teammate Baichung Bhutia as General Secretary of 33 state football federations voted in favor of him, while Bhutia received only one vote. Former Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Jayapaksa is all set to return back to the island nation on Saturday, almost 2 months after fleeing to Thailand. President Ranil Wickremesinghe made arrangements for his return upon a request by Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. The former president fled the country on July 9 following mass agitations calling for his resignation amid country's worst economic crisis. He is currently in Thailand. Meanwhile, Jayapaksa fled Sri Lanka in the early hours of July 13 after massive protests erupted in Colombo. He resigned as president after reaching Singapore. The former president reached Sri Lanka on August 11 following a request from the Sri Lankan government. However, Thailand has denied reports that Jayapaksa has sought asylum in the country.
Asking you to join me as true Sri Lankan citizens to work towards progress of this country.
German airline Lufthansa has cancelled 800 flights globally due to a one-day pilot strike, resulting in around 700 passengers being stranded at the T3 terminal at Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport. Stranded passengers and their relatives registered strong protests on the intervening night of Friday at Delhi Airport. Approximately 150 persons gathered on the main road in front of departure gate number 1, Terminal 3, Delhi Airport, due to which traffic movement was slowed down. The crowd was demanding for a refund of money or alternative arrangement to be made for the relatives who were present inside the terminal building. Lufthansa airline operates 2 flights from Delhi to Frankfurt and Munich, which were supposed to depart with total 700 passengers, remained cancelled on Friday. Pilot Union announced a one-day strike demanding 5.5% rise this year for its more than 5,000 pilots, as well as automatic inflation adjustments for 2023, but discussions had failed.
मैं जर्मनी जा रहा हूँ, एक्चुअली अपने फ्रेंड के यहाँ जा रहा हूँ, और मैंने जो फ़्लाइट बुक करा रखी थी, लुफ्तांसा करा रखी थी, सडनली वो कैंसिल हो गई, तो मेरे को दुबई के थ्रू करवाना पड़ रहा और ऑलमोस्ट डबल मतलब कि मेरा चार्जेस लग गया। और सबसे बड़ी बात है कि मेरे को वहाँ पे लेओवर करना पड़ेगा। इस चीज़ के लिए सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है कि मैं वहाँ पे कम से कम 14 से 15 घंटे मेरे को लेओवर का टाइम है, कनेक्टिंग फ़्लाइट करानी पड़ी।
An explosion went through Guzarga Mosque at Herat on the western part of Afghanistan on Friday. The explosion killed at least 18 people while 21 people were injured. It is to be mentioned that the blast went off in the Guzarga Mosque during Friday noon prayers. The explosion killed Mujib ul Rahman Ansari, a prominent cleric who was well known across Afghanistan for his criticism of Afghanistan's Western-backed governments over the past 2 decades. Meanwhile, the General Secretariat of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation has strongly condemned the bloody explosion that rocked the city of Herat. After Russian media reported that chairman of Russia energy firm Lukoil, Ravil Maganov, have died after failing out of a hospital window, Lukoil on Thursday said that its chairman had passed away following a serious illness. Lukoil was one of the few major Russian companies to call for an end of fighting in Ukraine after Moscow sent its troops to the pro-Western country in February. Lukoil on Thursday announced that Ravil Maganov had passed away following a serious illness without providing further details about his death. Several Russian media had earlier reported that Maganov died after falling out of a window from 6th floor of the Central Clinical Hospital in Moscow. It is often called the Kremlin Hospital because it counts Russia political and business elites among its patients. President Vladimir Putin's spokesperson told that Maganov's death was not a matter for the Kremlin. Well, viewers, that's all we have. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates.